Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Lois, and welcome back to Sky Factory 3. In the last episode, we were working on the base. We expanded our platform a little bit and made that guy, which I kind of forgot while I was building it, that hey, mobs can't spawn in water. And well, it turns out that I believe they can actually spawn on these vector plates. So we are going to do some stuff and hopefully be able to actually get some mob drops going here soon and go from there. So I spent some time sifting dirt and managed to finally, it took me a little bit, but finally got some rice seeds. So we are going to go ahead and, if I can grab the hoe, you can see we have plenty of wood. We're gonna go ahead and plant the rice seeds, and then I also want to plant the sugar cane there because we might need more than just one set of vector plates. I'm not entirely sure yet, but we can go ahead and grow the rice, and we're gonna need a little bit more than this, but we're also gonna need more. We're gonna need more dirt. That is kind of a big thing. Before we do anything else, let's go ahead and I think I'm going to use bricks. I want to move this water source somewhere else so that I can kind of have some room to work. Alright, so just go ahead and take that. And a lot of the stuff we're not going to need anytime soon, but it's better to have it for now than to kind of run out of things later. And I basically want to just move this guy a little bit to the side. Let's see, this stuff goes in here, and yeah, the sugarcane's gonna break. Do I have any more sugarcane seeds? Yes, I do. Cool. So let's go ahead and just grab all this stuff, and what we're gonna do is we're just gonna move all this over here. Actually right here would be fine. So I just kind of want something a little bit easier to deal with, so we'll put 1 2 3 4, and we'll just use wood for now. I don't think I want to use wood. Let's use cobblestone. Let's get those bricks again. And we're just going to make a small little farm, nothing major. We're going to take these potato seeds, that'll be useful, and just kind of get something up and running so that we can kind of easily make do with the limited resources we have. So for example, we're going to want to put sugarcane here and there, and then we could probably go ahead and I put the hoe back, didn't I? Oh no, it's in my inventory. I just am blind. We're gonna put those like so. Let's get some potatoes down, and we're gonna break them into actual potatoes because that'll be a little bit more useful. We can put the rice down. We're gonna want more rice. So having all this stuff kind of grow quicker is going to be more important. So let's just grab, we have some more bones. We're going to have basically infinite bones soon enough, so it's not too big of a deal. And just grow all the rice. That is enough. So in order to make the rice slime ball, which is what we need a thing of water. We put that in the center with these guys all around, right? No. So how do we make that? Rice slime ball. It is rice dough. Okay, that is both better and worse. Actually, it's just worse. We're gonna need a little bit more rice. So more bone meal. And should be enough. No. So we need just a little bit more rice, and then we should be able to make the rice dough ball. But yeah, so according to what I searched and found out, the vector plates will allow mobs to spawn on them. Hopefully that is not incorrect. We can't use that. Great. So I guess we need to grab... you know what? We can do sand. So 1, 2, 3. We have a hammer. And I want to stand on this crafting table just in case. Yeah, I don't think the hammer works on not normal cobblestone when you try to do stuff like that, but just in case it does, we're going to make some glass, and then we're going to use that to get the stuff we need, which is a glass bottle, so that we can get the rice slime balls. Yeah, because water bottles will work, and that'll give us 4, so that's more than enough for now. We just need more sugar cane. So you know what? We're going to break this. We're going to jump on that until we get stuck in it. That's a weird bug. And we're going to plant this down. Now, what's the possibility of us making a watering can? And tiny progressions is the best, which we needed extra utilities. That is literally just stone and a bowl, and then some iron and a piece of bone meal. I think we might be able to handle that. So let's focus on the rice slime balls first. So glass bottles. We just need 1 of those. And then this. Perfect. So let's grab, I don't know, 16 cobblestone we'll make into stone. Let's see, we don't need those right now. We're only going to need 1 of the rice slime balls, so we're going to need some wood. And is this recipe? Okay, it is this recipe to get the bowls. And we have any iron? I think I used all the iron. We have 1 piece. So I guess let's take the rest of this stuff and turn it into gravel. And then we can sift it very quickly, so that's not a problem. I don't like doing too much sifting, but a little bit here and there is not going to hurt. Just because it gets boring. It's not really something you want to do on camera. It's not really something I think you guys want to see, but it is something I need to get done. So that broke the hammer. Do I have any more hammers? I have a compressed hammer, but that's not what I want, so we need couple more pieces of cobblestone, and might as well just do this. Cool. So this is what's so great about having all of these meshes together, is you can sift basically all this stuff at the same time, and it makes things super efficient, super quick and easy. So this is going to be something I'm going to use for a while until we get to automation. But even if we don't get to automation soon, it doesn't really matter too much. So do we have, we're going to need like 12 pieces of iron. We have 2. So let's put this stuff away. And yeah, it looks like we'll need some more iron if we want to make the watering can, which I'd like to, so that we can quickly make all of the sugar cane, and that'll make my life easier so that we can make the vector plates to start making a auto farm for mobs. So kind of the idea with this is the mobs are going to fall down, and we're going to kill them manually for the time being. Eventually we're going to put spikes there, and eventually we're going to put the mob grinder there to make things a lot easier for us. It'll make everything a lot better, and basically we'll be able to get a lot of skulls and all that kind of stuff very quickly, very easily from the mob grinder. There's a bunch of, so the mob grinding utilities, I think it's called a mob masher actually. This guy, who isn't too bad once we get a good supply of diamonds and iron. And the redstone gear is easy enough. So once we get this, it's going to be pretty easy. This takes no power. It does its thing, kills the enemies, and then we'll just use like an ender hopper to collect the drops. And then what we can do is just put looting and like the beheading on the mob masher, and it'll make things a lot better. We'll get a lot of skulls, we'll get a lot of drops, and everything will be better. So do we have enough iron? We do. Alright, so diamonds don't seem to be terribly rare, so we might be able to do that a lot sooner than expected. But until then, it's not that big of a deal. So there is the stone. We're going to need something like this to get the watering can. And then we're going to need the stone and the slime balls plus sugar to get the vector plates. So once we have all of the watering can stuff, we are going to need one more piece of bone meal, which luckily I still have one bone, and just one more piece of iron, and we'll get this watering can. Now later we could make these watering cans, but I don't know how good these are. It's interesting to say the least, but the Supremium might be good enough later. This reinforced watering can is really good as well, I believe. The extra utilities watering can is kind of terrible, so I don't want to use that. So let's go ahead and get the Tiny Progressions watering can. And unfortunately I can't just shift click, but just hold this on here and we should get some sugarcane fairly quickly. Yep, just like that. It is very efficient. It makes things a lot easier. So let's go ahead and make, I don't even know how many vector plates we're going to need, but let's just make the one set for now. And let's drop off some of the stuff in our inventory so we don't need the bowls. We'll keep the bricks. Actually, we'll take more bricks. We don't need the stone. Don't need the hoe right now. Okay, so let's climb up here and see if we can't go ahead and do something about this mob system. And before we go up there, let's be smart about this. We're going to try to summon mobs in, and I don't want them escaping, so let's just do that. So I don't think they will die from the fall. If they do, that's kind of whatever, but hopefully they don't. Now, there's a lot of advantages to what we're about to do. First of all, we're going to have, not what I want, but let's see. Let's go ahead and break this. We need to put it this way. So one of the big advantages to what we're about to do is, okay, we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times that much. Regardless of whether or not we get loot bags, so depending on whether the mobs die from the drop or if we have to kill them, it doesn't actually matter too much, because some of the big things that we're going to be getting from this is bones for bone meal and rotten flesh, which is going to give us access to more dirt. So let's make some more sugar, and we need 5 sets of these. So there is 2 more sets. We're gonna need a little bit more rice as well. So let's just make sure we grow everything right here, and it should be good. So we're gonna need a little bit more rice just for the slime balls. We're gonna need 6 rice, I do believe, and we should be good from there. So yeah, I think we have all the sugarcane we need. So basically, regardless of whether we get loot bags, which is what I'm after for the most part, and I don't know why it's called cheese there, Whether or not we get the loot bags, or if we just get the normal mob drops, rotten flesh and bones are going to be the best things. String to a lesser extent. Those things are going to give us a lot of opportunity to make more dirt. More dirt means more farms. We can build a little platform for spawning in passive mobs, and everything will be good. So, regardless of what happens with this mob farm and what we can do with it, it is going to be kind of desirable at this stage. So after we get a lot of that kind of stuff, I will be working off camera, just trying to get more supplies, more everything. You know, let's just use the bone meal. And more supplies so that we can get to starting generating power, start doing automation and all that kind of stuff. There's plenty of things to do, and one of the first things I kind of want to jump into, which is another reason why we want to kill mobs, is the mystical agriculture. And in order to do that, we need a lot of the inferium stuff. Yeah, inferium. That will allow us to start making seeds and all that kind of fun stuff. And there's the 6 that we need. We just need to grab a bottle of water, which luckily it's raining, so I don't have to really worry about that one. So there's 2 vector plates, and I think 3 more is what I need. So that should be enough. So we're going to put this stuff in here. Rice seeds will actually go in the other chest. And yeah, so rice is actually one of the better food sources early game, just because of how easy it is to get a lot of it. As well as, I typically like potatoes, but rice you can make bread out of. It's pretty easy. You can just smelt the rice dough and get bread. Not a problem. So it's just a lot of, we're kind of at the point where we're just going to need to do a lot more. Well, actually, we're not even going to have to do that much more. We're going to get mob drops. We're going to get progress relatively soon towards automation, and then at that point, it's really just a matter of doing whatever we can to kind of make my life easier. So, if you sneak on these, you don't get pushed. So, FYI. But the reason why we have this being wood is we can vein mine that. Nice big pit there. We seal it up. Everything's dark in there, and then we should be able to just climb down here, and we'll get mobs spawning, presumably. They will get pushed off and land down here. So let's walk away and see if that happens. So presumably that will happen relatively quickly too, I would think. Let's see what's going on. They are dying. Okay. That's not good. Let's do this. Let's lift it up 1. And see if that helps. Because I don't necessarily want them to die if they're not going to drop stuff. Because stuff is what I want. Let's take a chest over there. So they should be spawning even if I'm down here, because we're presumably far enough away. I need to eat. Okay, they are dropping stuff. This is dangerous. But yeah, there's bones and rotten flesh. Gunpowder. Now, I don't think they'll drop any loot boxes, or loot bags, rather, which is unfortunate at this level. So, yeah, it doesn't seem like they're going to do that. Could you stand right here? This is safe, right? Yeah, we're not really getting that many mobs spawning, which is strange, considering this is pretty much the only place they can spawn in this world. So, I don't know what's going on with that. But, what's something we could do? I'm trying to think of stuff that we could do to kind of make that better, but honestly, getting the Ender Hopper is going to be the best thing. We do have some achievements we can mark off at this point, so we made a dark room for spawning mobs and obtaining loot. Have we done anything else? Kill your mob, upgrade your mob farm to kill mobs automatically. Not quite. Yeah, so, maybe what we should do, I'm gonna hate this, I kind of want to destroy this. So, that made me jump. Not even ashamed of that. What if we do something like this? And we just make a little staircase up here. Now, are they going to die from that fall? So make a little backstop for ourselves and do that. So let's walk away and see if any mobs spawn and drop there and kind of just hang around. There are ways we can kind of adjust this so that the mobs don't immediately die. And it's just kind of a matter of what we need to do, what we want to do. But I don't know. I don't know what's going to be the best thing. Because what we could do is we could put a water break. And then that kind of defeats the purpose of having this spawner like it is until we get access to Cursed Earth. Which is a little bit different in this version of extra utilities. We just need drops of evil, which is a rare drop from the Wither Skeletons. So, yeah, we just need that, and we'll be able to get craftable. And one of those, oh, those are used to make the, okay. Okay, so that works. Now, if we get shot, we'll hit backwards. Let's put that up a little bit more. Okay, so I should be able to collect mobs there. Yeah, so what we can do is always put a water break, but what's probably going to end up happening is at some point we're going to destroy this. We'll just destroy this entire mob tower because we don't need to have it once we have Cursed Earth. Because the main reason to have it is so that mobs will constantly spawn because they're far enough away from where you are. But once we have Cursed Earth, that doesn't matter. So that is kind of going to be the plan. We'll worry about that kind of stuff later. But the only other thing that we're going to need is some sort of hopper system. For now, can I collect the drops? Nope. So for now, what can we do? We could do like a trapdoor above us. That might work. So let's get a trapdoor. And yeah, I think this will be fine. Hey, we got a snowball. That's kind of cool, actually. But yeah, they are falling and they are dying, or getting close to dying, but not quite. And then we just do that, and they're dead. So we just have to be careful about doing that, but that's fine. So yeah, I think that is a good enough stopping point for today. We have access to mob drops, and all that fun stuff. Relatively easily too, so we can deal with that. And kind of the next step is going to be improving this so that we can automatically pick up the drops. So that will be the next plan, but honestly we're going to probably start looking towards automation of cobblestone into gravel, dust, and sand, and go from there. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!